The period stands for detail, so it's always paying attention to detail. There was a lot of time that was spent where no one was paying attention to me, and I put that dot there when I changed my name because even if you didn't pay attention to me before, now you have to pay attention to me, and you have to put that dot. It's like kind of like a little.
I bet you knew just who I was. Somewhere around the second lifetime. We danced on Persian rugs. We fucked and fell in love.
Oxnard is built on produce, and I was born there and then moved to Ventura like around 8. But I was playing drums in Oxnard at my church, so I kind of bounced around both. I was very eager to get out, but now that I'm older, I'm kind of like grateful that I grew up a little bit of ways from LA, because LA's pretty turned up and it's easy to get distracted out here.
Fuck yeah, I know I do. I know I do. I know I do. I know I do.
So I never knew anything about my Korean family or anything like that. My mom was adopted in the 50s, like 51, after the war, the Korean War. There were these babies that were kind of, drifters and mixed breed babies, and what happened was the government was getting rid of all the babies. And there was a dude, I can't think of his name, but he got to my mom and my uncle and like got them to an orphanage, and then my mom was adopted. My grandma was in I think it was the Army. She was like a head high up, She adopted them, in her travels, and then brought them to Compton. And that's where she grew up, Compton, Slauson area. My pops was out of the picture at around 7, and I had step pops. I had 2 older sisters and 1 little. I was listening to a lot of soul music. My mom loved like Frankie Beverly and Maze, Earth, Wind & Fire, Stevie Wonder. That's like the foundation, because I was listening to that, just being around my mom's. My oldest sister was into like Tribe Called Quest, Nas, AZ, Jay-Z, De La Soul, and stuff like that. And then my other sister was in the top 40, so like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. And then when I started playing drums at like 11, it was all gospel. That was like the stew, pretty much.
I know I do. I know I do. I know I do. I think I love.
When I changed to Anderson Paak, that's when I got serious about my artistry. And that was all within LA. So I just, I just made the big move. I was like, quit my job, and I came out here. I was about 21. I was like 2000 something. My singing voice, I didn't really start to really build on that until I came out here. Before that, it was all drumming. I was DJing and making beats and rapping. Honestly, that's probably the last thing that I picked up, in this whole journey, and that's, I feel like, still a major work in progress. I got called by Wtih. Wtih's the A&R at Aftermath, and he asked if I wanted to come over and work with Dre on some production from DJ Dahi and DJ Khalil, and I was just like super amped. And I go to the studio, and the first 2 people I meet are Dre and the DLC, and I was like, damn, okay, I guess he's at least gonna hear what I'm gonna do. And they said, yo, Drew put us on the Suede, and we've been playing that shit for like 3 weeks straight, we love it. And we got these beats in, want to know if you want to try something over it. We hear you over these beats. The first beat they threw on was All in the Day's Work, but then they threw on Suede again, and they were like, yo, Dre hasn't even heard this. So I was like, oh shit, he hasn't even heard me yet. So I was like, maybe just chill, let me get on the mic first and make a good impression before you play him something. Because I've heard a lot of stories where people play him stuff, and he's like, nope, next, and walk out the room. They brought him in the room, they played Suede, and he's like, play it again, play it again, play it again. And after the 3rd time, he's like, let's work. And then that was it. I got him on the mic and just closed my eyes. It was like, da-da-da-da, all in the days work, da-da-da, da-da-da, just like talking in tongues, And then I opened my eyes, and Dre's like, woo! And, Mez, everybody was like, that's it. So we started building off of that template, and that's how we worked from there on out.
There's no need to wear these shades when I dress.
Malibu is like the maturation. We're still exploring and having good time and adventuring, but we went from Venice to where it was this broad street and all these different things. And now we've come to a location now, and we're exploring this location. We're in Malibu. We're meeting all these people, and we're finding like-minded people even in high places. So that's what this album is about, and it's like the stars all kind of came together. It's like, whoa, he found his tone, he found some production that works. He kind of we saw the potential, and now it's all coming streamlined, I think, on this one.
The city I love, city I love, city I love. You telling me?
It's gonna melt the face off your skull. That's the new stuff.
Sing for me, I know you're good at it, just sing for me. And I was like, no, and then always love the original.
And Supreme is like that girl, everybody want her, and she might give you her number, give you some play, might give you some pussy.